You're listening to AM Ocala Live on WOCA, The Source, 96.3 FM, 1370 AM. Good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday. We're rolling right through our show here. We just talked with Dave Kelly there from the Florida RV Travel Association as the Ocala RV Show gets underway here the 27th of February, which is today, running through March 1st. Through Sunday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Thursday through Saturday, and 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Sunday. The Florida Horse Park is where it's at, 11008 County Road 475. As we were talking with them, it's good stuff. As we move to little bits of news, bits of news you can chew, we also have another little interview coming up before the top of the hour. So we're just going to run news bits just for a little bit today. But with that being said, this one coming out yesterday, February 26th, here of Ocala. Ocala Fire Rescue responded reports to a motor vehicle accident on I-75 southbound near mile marker 352 at 1:18 p.m. The Ocala Fire Rescue Engines 4 and 6, Rescues 1 and 4, Tower 1, Battalion Chief 22, and Safety Officer were all dispatched to the call. As crews arrived at the scene to find a four-vehicle collision, a jackknife semi-truck was positioned near the guardrail along with one car. Another collision involving a car and a compact SUV blocked the center lanes of the southbound I-75. Crews assessed the scene and identified two patients in need of extraction. Stabilizing the car lodged between the semi-truck and the guardrail, crews utilized cutters and spreaders to gain access to the two individuals inside. Both patients were trauma alerted, and the drivers of the second car and the SUV were also transported to the hospital. The semi-truck had no injuries to report, and the Mayrene County Fire Rescue and Florida Highway Patrol also responded. As that was yesterday. No other word yet on the conditions of those patients. Some other news in with Ocala as we talked about the RV show that comes up here as events that are coming on this weekend. The Ocala RV show at the Florida Horse Park. Oh, excuse me. The other one coming out of Ocala was a little heavy here nonetheless as far as news bits. 12-year-old boy arrested after admitting to beating family dog with a metal pipe. A 12-year-old boy was arrested Tuesday after allegedly beating up his dog with a metal pipe. A Mayrene County Sheriff's deputy arrested the juvenile after his mother contacted Animal Control and Social Services to report that her son had tied up their dog and was beating with it. The sheriff's office was then called, and the boy was charged with one count of aggravated animal cruelty. The unconscious dog Tiny was found in the backyard of the boy's home on Monday after a witness who was repairing a broken water pipe asked about the animal. The boy said he was tied up in the backyard and twice attempted to get the animal before the witness could see the unconscious dog with a rope around its neck and blood on his face, the sheriff reported. The boy told a sheriff's deputy that he had tied Tiny to a tree in the backyard with a rope and began to discipline him by hitting him with his hand and with a stick. He said also he hit the dog with two silver pipes and claimed that he had struck him a total of 10 times in the face and body. He also told the deputy, I think I took it a little too far, the report says, the dog is being medically evaluated by Animal Services and was reported to be recovering well, the report says. And no more about the, yikes. It's always a little heavy sometimes reading news bits with certain things that come up with the news stories as such. The multi-vehicle crash head-on we had talked about 2 days before. We also mentioned in lieu of Ocala, there was another story coming up of a teen says here, teen dies at the scene of the crash on I-75 in Mayrene County. An 18-year-old died at the scene of the crash Wednesday afternoon on I-75 in Mayrene County. Carson Green of Redrick was pronounced dead at 5:15 p.m. at the scene of the crash near mile marker 368 on I-75, according to the accident report from the Flagler Highway Patrol. Green lost control of his southbound 2006 F-150 on the wet roadway as it struck 2017 Kia Forte driven by 41-year-old Brendan Gibson of Dover. Green's vehicle then struck the trailer being towed by a semi driven by 34-year-old Cameron Ford of Tucka, Georgia. Green was pronounced dead by Mayrene County Fire Rescue. Gibson's and Ford each suffered minor injuries. So as that pops up too with news within Ocala, some heavier stuff there as it is with news bits. This was interesting here. Famous Budweiser Clydesdales to be featured in Horse Capital Parade. The Ocala Marion County Chamber and Economic Partnership, or CEP, is inviting area residents to attend the 4th Annual Horse Capital Parade. The event, which will be held Saturday, March 7th at 4:30 p.m. in downtown Ocala, is being presented by Live Oak International, a premier equestrian event in its 30th year that is held at the Ocala in Ocala at Live Oak Stud, March 5th through the 8th. The world-famous Budweiser Clydesdales and the historic Stagecoach will participate in the Horse Capital Parade in Ocala on Saturday, March 7th. This year's Horse Capital Parade will showcase the world-famous Budweiser Clydesdales and the historic Stagecoach, along with more than 60 horse breeds that call the Ocala metro area home. Area residents also visit the Budweiser Clydesdale at Live Oak International while they are being harnessed for the parade. The Ocala Downtown Square will feature a vendor village with various vendors, a beer garden, stagecoach rides, and a meet a horse, make a friend zone where kids can meet and pet live horses. This free family-friendly feature opens at 1 p.m. The parade will step off at 4:30 p.m. from the downtown market and First Presbyterian Church to take the new Osceola track, turn down Fort King Street, and then onto First Avenue. It will go around the downtown square and conclude back at the market campus. The Ocala Marion County Chamber and Economic Partnership was created to be a one-stop hub for the community's business attraction, creation, and retention efforts. The CEP's mission is to be the catalyst for the prosperous community. The Moving Forward plan seeks to impact the creation of 4,500 new jobs with wages 15% above the county average and resulting in a capital investment of $400 million by 2020. For more information, you can visit OcalaCEP.com. With that being said, as we round out here with just a couple more minutes of our news bits, as we will come to a break, and then after the break, we'll have another little interview to talk about and kind of go from there. But with Thursday, February 27th, just a couple interesting news things here. News attack. Food delivery app Grubhub has launched a subscription service called Grubhub Plus, which I guess with that food delivery app, launching the Grubhub Plus gets you an opportunity with a subscription that could lead to discounts upon food delivery items through the app. Yeah, okay. This is a little funny here. We put cauliflower in Trump's mashed potatoes before leaving his White House gig. Donald Trump's former physician says, quote, "We're working on his diet. We're making the ice cream less accessible. We're putting cauliflower in his mashed potatoes." Trump ended up gaining 4 pounds last year. That's interesting. Dunkin' Donuts' latest release is, quote, a bag of bacon. While other fast food chains are rushing to launch so-called meatless and plant-based options, Dunkin' Donuts went in the opposite direction and released the ultimate snack for meat lovers, a bag of bacon. I'll have to look that one up. That one's yeesh. I like how nowadays with bacon, if somebody gives the opinion that they don't like or care for bacon all that much, most people question their citizenship. You don't like bacon? What are you, un-American? Just because I won't like a bag of bacon doesn't make me less American. Here's a wacky but true. A woman crushes the burrito eating record. The world has a new record for speed eating a burrito. Leah Shutkever of the UK has broken her old burrito eating record of 44.20 seconds. Schutkever's new record, just verified by Guinness, is 35.26 seconds. Interesting, nonetheless. A burrito eating record. Speed eating a burrito. That's what it is. Not the number of burritos, but how quick they can eat a burrito. And the burrito does come with guidelines as far as the size, shape, and what is entailed. Yowzers. Mission Impossible 7, that is being shot or looking to be shot in Italy, has halted due to the coronavirus. Paramount Pictures canceled a planned Mission Impossible 7 shoot in Venice, Italy this week due to concerns about the worldwide spread of corona. So there's your news bits. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be back right after this. WOCA, The Source.
It's here, Ocala, truckload sale of roses at Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens. You get great selection, super low prices. Bob has Easy Care Knockout Roses in double red and double pink, just $17.99. Easy Care Drift Roses, huge selection of colors, just $17.99. And of course, his famous fragrant hybrid and tea roses, super low, $32.99. That's just the beginning. Geraniums have arrived. They're regularly $2.99, but you get 10 for just $19.99. And you've got to check out that great new selection of clay bowl planters. They're 13 inches big. You'd expect to pay $12.99, but thanks to a special purchase, they're just $5.99. It's always tree planting time, and that means you can buy one large tree for just $49.99 and get a second one for half price. So check the ad and get on over to Bob Wine's Community Gardens on Southeast 38th Street, Ocala, open daily till 4:30 in the same blooming place since 1952.
The Ocala RV Show is Thursday, February 27th through Sunday, March 1st at the Florida Horse Park. North Central Florida's largest RV show is back with participating dealers from all over Florida. Hundreds of RVs on display. Tickets $5 for adults. Kids under 16 are free. Buy one, get one free Thursday only. First responders save $2 every day. Register to win 2 gift cards every day. No purchase necessary. The Ocala RV Show at the Florida Horse Park. This is how we roll.
Hi, I'm Russ Moore with Pike Mill. Our relationship with WOCA started in 2009. WOCA is family-friendly, community-involved station. When we moved to our new location on 17th Street in October of 2016, of course, we went to WOCA so they could tell everybody our new location. The folks at WOCA really care about their clients and want them to be successful. For all of your shipping needs, call Pike Mill, and to tell the Ocala area about your business, call WOCA, because WOCA radio gets results.
Are you worried about our outdoor heritage, clean drinking water, and a place where future generations can enjoy wildlife? Attend a local Ducks Unlimited event. A good time for a great cause with people just like you.
Join us for the Ocala Ducks Unlimited Dinner, catered by the Texas Cattle Company, on Friday, March 6th at the Southeastern Livestock Pavilion. For tickets, call Russ Moore at 352-804-3577. That's 352-804-3577.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM.
Listening to AM Ocala Live on WOCA, The Source, 96.3 FM, 1370 AM. We are streaming live, YouTube Live, WOCA, The Source Radio. And on the phone right now, I have Dr. Mayrene Hernandez. Good morning, Doctor. How are you?
Yes, hi, good morning, and thank you for having me in your show.
You're right. So we're here to talk a little bit about the idea of telemedicine.
Indeed. I think that this is a service. It's interesting. A lot of folks think that these services may not be available, but they are. They're actual also known as virtual care visits, where it allows you to actually complete a doctor's visit at the comfort of your home or anywhere where you have some privacy, especially if you have a smartphone or a tablet or a personal computer handy, you're able to complete one of these visits.
Oh, excellent, excellent.
Very affordable. They're usually less than $50, especially on our United Healthcare membership. And some employers actually cover this cost, so depending on those benefits that you may carry, they may be free. You can connect to a provider within 24/7, and you're able to complete a visit to help you diagnose and treat that medical condition that you may have, and avert exposure to unnecessary other sick folks, especially in an office or even in an ER.
Excellent, excellent. Dr. Mayrene Hernandez is the Chief Medical Officer of United Health Care of Florida, and this is an opportunity to get people more of an opportunity with the idea of getting a quote visit, like you said, typically taking less than 20 minutes and somewhat affordable to have people get these visits, like you said.
Correct. I think it's very convenient. A lot of folks tend to either forget or just not be aware that they have this benefit. A lot of times we took a poll in some of the users of our virtual visits benefits, and about 73% of the patients that actually did a virtual visit, their issues or concerns was resolved within the consultation.
Wow.
Very comfortable. So.
Yeah, wow, excellent. What type of medical issues can be addressed in such a way with this, telemedicine?
You definitely don't. One of the things that I always like to say is what doesn't belong in a virtual visit is actually, of course, nonstop bleeding or severe chest pain, especially if you have, conditions, comorbid conditions. So if you have a serious medical issue, obviously a virtual visit or a telemedicine visit is not definitely for you. It may belong in a different setting, either in urgent care or emergency room, especially things like, severe open fractures, et cetera. But overall, I think things like, your upper respiratory infections, bronchitis, fevers, flu, migraines, things like pink eye that are definitely very contagious, a stomach ache, rashes, diarrhea. So those are the common types of treatments that can actually be successfully addressed during a virtual visit.
Excellent. Now, with that being said, with the times at hand, all over the news, like we've been talking about with months worldwide, but now starting to have the expectation, as mentioned by the CDC within our United States here, the idea of the coronavirus. Now, is this something that in lieu of just the idea of symptoms would be a start in lieu of telemedicine to have that initial visit so then we can further some treatment or some expectations of that later?
Correct. And I think what is most important about these types of visits, not only is that you'll give historical, medical, clinical, impactful information to that physician who's completing that visit with you, but you can also remove the positive exposure that you could get with airborne viruses in an ER setting or in a hospital or even at a physician's office that usually has other folks that are sick right next to you. So it's a wonderful benefit to have to address. The other thing I think that we offer is we offer virtual visits in the behavioral health services, which also basically means that you can talk to a mental health counselor with respect to things like if you're very anxious or even having questioning about your mental status, et cetera, can also be addressed virtually. So these are wonderful type of additional benefits that you can have at the comfort of your home. Very affordable.
Yeah, interesting. To touch on that last one there, you're saying even something to the idea that if it would be something where they would want to get the conversation of help rolling due to, like you said, maybe some anxiety or some onset depression, there may be something right away within a psychological or psychiatric kind of proficient way of kind of dealing with that even through this.
Correct. So we offer virtual visits through psychology counselors that are able to help you with that too. And at the comfort and the privacy of your home, I think that's also important.
Yeah, I think that's kind of huge there. That's in a way not something to take lightly, because I think before I've heard some people mention that mental health is very important, and I think overall, when you start to think like, hey, it'd be nice to go to talk to somebody, let me Google some kind of psychologist that's in the area, and it's very, very convoluted in what you can find or what you can get taken care of. And most people who have anxiety or depression, they're trying to do certain steps, but when it becomes that difficult, what you're saying is, man, even something like this is even easier to just say, hey, this is the opportunity that I could get talking to somebody fairly quick and be working on something that can help right away.
Correct. I think that's important because especially on folks that live in an area where it's either rural and the accessibility is at least a 30 minutes drive or 40 minutes drive, sometimes hours to get to a physician, these types of benefits are wonderful because it even allows you even preliminarily to even triage whether it's a true emergency or not. So, and one of the things that I also want to bring up is that while a virtual visit is focused on a symptom or an onset of a condition, the virtual visits are not supposed to substitute what your primary care doctor visits, your annual care visits, and the relationship that you establish historically, clinically, to address things like checkups and overall your management, especially if you're chronically ill. So I kind of want to also bring the differentiation between the virtual visits, which is focused on a symptom or a presenting condition, versus the general care that your primary care doctor and establishing that relationship with them can give you.
Gotcha. Disclaimer there, of course. What is a typical consultation like, considering this different way of doing it, so to speak?
So you can download the app. It's very interesting. Most folks already have either a smartphone or a tablet or personal computer, and the app allows you to actually look at and schedule an appointment at your convenience. So it kind of works similar to a regular office where you're able to say, okay, I'd like to have an appointment at this time or this date. Or you can be seen immediately to arrange to be, within 3-5 minutes. Wait time is usually the average. So it's great because it'll alert you. It will give you the prompt of either doing it telephonically and also the option of doing a what we call a FaceTime or a face-to-face with it's actually will give you information, especially things like rashes or to have findings that the physician may have an interest of knowing. You're given that option through the app.
Gotcha. Excellent. Well, as we're running just a little bit out of time here, too, how can they find out more information about it and get it?
Actually, they can download the app and Health for Me app, and through their benefits through United Healthcare, they're able to actually get to that benefit, and also the cost on average is about $50 the visit or a little less. Some of them are free depending on the employer.
Excellent. Well, thank you very, very much, Doctor, and you guys have a great day. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
We'll be back after this.
Fox News.
Thank you.
I'm Lillian Wu. With 2 days to go till the South Carolina primary, many polls have one Democratic presidential hopeful pulling ahead.
In the Clemson poll, Joe Biden 35%, double the next contestant, which is Tom Steyer at 17% and Sanders 13%. And over in the Eastern Carolina University poll, Biden also leading 31% to Sanders 23% and Steyer 20%.
Fox's Cliff Jenkins in